The previous possessed man is guaranteed not to be possessed again. How am I so confident with my answer? Let's look at the end of the passage about the possessed man being delivered by Jesus. He was begging Jesus to come with him, right? See what Jesus responded. But Jesus said, "No, go home to your family and tell them everything the Lord has done for you and how merciful He has been." So the man started off to visit the 10 towns of the region and began to proclaim the great things Jesus had done for him. And everyone was amazed at what he told them. Mark 5:19-20. So after Jesus said that, the previous possessed man went to do what he was told. He became a witness and he testified the greatness and goodness of Jesus to the places he went. The previous possessed man was not only casted out by evil spirits, but salvation has come into his life. Jesus doesn't just heal the specific things in us, but He heals the innermost things that made the problem so problematic in our lives. He doesn't just heal just the obvious, but the underlying cause, which is sin itself. He was possessed by evil spirits because he was empty. When an evil spirit leaves a person, it goes into the desert seeking rest but finding none. Then it says, "I will return to the person I came from." So it returns and finds its former home empty, swept, and in order. Then the spirit finds 7 other spirits more evil than itself, and they all enter the person and live there. And so that person is worse off than before. That will be the experience of this evil generation. Matthew 12:43-45. So Jesus didn't cast it out the evil spirits, but He filled that man with Himself, an empty vessel once, but later on became filled. Also in Revelation 12:11, it says, "And they have defeated him by the blood of the Lamb and by their testimony." Jesus filled that man. Because those who only truly receive salvation and understand it will not be passive but active in telling the gospel. That man did just so. He continued to pursue what Jesus commanded of him. He didn't just do that in his own family, but he went telling what happened to 10 towns, proclaiming the goodness and greatness of Jesus. His testimony is what will defeat the enemy daily in his life. When we are so focused on Jesus and hearing ourselves speaking truth about Him, it encourages and assures our hearts daily of the past and what Jesus can do in the now and in the coming days. We are being renewed daily. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and He remains unchanging. What He did in the previous will remain to be true in the present and future. God needs a proactive faith from us. We need to use the specifics He has done for us and use our voices to be heard by others. So let's continue to testify about Jesus, about our God who is living and good and powerful, that nothing and no one can stand His way if we continue to believe.